IELTS Speaking Part 2, How to Practice at Home. In yesterday's lesson on my website, I asked the following question. Is there a difference between the way you practice at home and what you do in the test? Let's look first at what you do in the test. The examiner gives you a question, you spend 1 minute planning, and then try to speak for 2 minutes. At home, I don't recommend just testing yourself all the time. Try this technique instead. Take a question and first write a quick plan, then record yourself speaking. Next, transcribe what you said. Transcribe means write it down. And finally, improve your description. Let's look at an example. Here's yesterday's question. Describe a subject that you think should be removed from school education programs. You should say what the subject is, why you think it's unnecessary, and explain what you would replace it with. So if you're practicing this question at home, start with step 1, write a quick plan. Here's an example. I'm choosing art as the subject to remove from school education programs because it's not an essential skill. Children can do it at home, and then they can do more work on core subjects like mathematics or science. Step 2 is record yourself speaking. As an example, I'm just going to say one sentence from my description, the first sentence. I think that art could be removed from school education programs. Step 3, transcribe what you said. Here's the sentence that I said. I think that art could be removed from school education programs. Finally, step 4, improve your description. Let's try to improve that sentence that I said. The first word we could improve is the word think. I could change that to I'm going to suggest. Next, removed from came from the question, so I could change those words to taken out of. And finally, school education programs. Those words also came from the question, so I could change them to the school curriculum. My final improved sentence is I'm going to suggest that art could be taken out of the school curriculum. If you did that for your full 2-minute description, I'm sure it will be a useful exercise in improving vocabulary, adding detail, and generally preparing better for speaking part 2. So, the question we saw earlier was, is there a difference between the way you practice at home and what you do in the test? I think there should be a difference. Don't just test yourself at home, try to improve your answers, work on vocabulary and work on adding detail.